bill that would expand the state's ability to enforce immigration law is being taken up by a House committee this afternoon.
It's House Bill 20. It would create a new border protection unit whose officers would add additional security at the border. KVUE's Natalie Haddad joins us live from near the Capitol to share more on that. Natalie, the bill's a controversial bill there at the Capitol.
Hi, Brian. Hi, Ashley. That's right. It has been. In fact, testimony already has a time limit, and we'll get to that in just a moment. But today, the House Committee on State Affairs taking on House Bill 20 by Representative Matt Schaefer. That bill calling for the creation of a new unit within the Texas Department of Public Safety. That unit would serve as patrol at the border. And naturally, that unit would be called the Border Protection Unit. Now let's talk about what their responsibilities would be should this bill pass into law. Now their job would be to arrest migrants crossing the border outside a port of entry and to return migrants to Mexico if they were seen trying to illegally cross into Texas. Now it would be made up of officers not employed by Texas DPS, despite being a unit within the agency. The unit would also be allowed to hire civilians to serve, but those civilians would not have the authority to make an arrest. Additionally, the Border Protection Unit would have immunity from civil or criminal liability for actions taken while on the job. Now, opposers of the House Bill 20 say there is language in the bill not fully defined, such as how the unit would be allowed to make an arrest or deter migrants. They say people crossing into the state are simply seeking a safe place to live.
This is a humanitarian emergency, and while we've had immigrants come to our borders for decades, we continue to throw more cages, more bullets, more walls at the problem, and we have never taken a humanitarian approach, a community-centered approach to welcome individuals.
Now, lawmakers in favor of House Bill 20 claim there is, quote, an invasion at the border and extra security is necessary. The proposal comes as Texas has already spent more than $4 billion to slow the number of migrants into Texas. Now, you're probably wondering about the cost of what this unit could be. Now, according to the Texas legislature's website, the cost to form the Border Protection Unit cannot be determined due to, quote, the size and scope of the Border Patrol unit being unknown. Now, there are already nearly 300 people registered to testify before the House Committee on State Affairs. The committee already telling everyone that there is a 4-hour time limit. They know people feel strongly about this and testimony will likely go well into the evening. The majority of people signed up are registered to testify against House Bill 20. Only about 23 people are registered to speak in favor of the House bill. Despite all of this, House Speaker Dade Phelan has thrown his support behind House Bill 20. I'll send it back to you in studio.